Hi guys, Michael from Nobody Seats here. Today I have one of my best friends, Mac, right here, and we're going to be talking about how guys get Stoicism wrong. First of all, what does Stoicism mean to you? Like, what do you think about when you the regular quick things that come to mind?
Yeah, no, for me it's actually a pretty big question because not because of specifically Stoicism and what it means to me, but what it could possibly mean. That sounds like bullshit, but I promise it's not.
I don't know.
I think for a long time I've put a lot of effort into being a very kind of even person.
Callous, yeah.
Yeah, or I wouldn't even go so far as to say callous, but more trying to just be very equanimical in my mood, and I don't know why I decided to try to do that.
Yeah, level-headed,
yeah.
Calm, cool, collected.
Yeah,
poised, like Paul Skeens.
We could say poised.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I think about Stoicism, it just kind of connects to my personal efforts of doing that, and I kind of project my trying to stay even, as I call it, for myself onto what other people might think of as Stoicism.
Yeah,
I think probably this first came from actually I started but never finished the book Meditations, which is one of the big books of Stoic philosophy in high school.
Yeah.
And parts of it really resonated with me. I was like, oh shit, maybe I should at the high school self I was maybe I should care about stuff less. But yeah, as I've gotten older, it's become this push and pull between really engaging with emotions and feeling the full ups and downs of things.
Yeah.
And when to do that, and then conversely when to I don't know, not pull away, but
almost block off or just let things go. I'm glad you're bringing that up because I think what this kind of podcast wants to talk about right now is how whether you can acknowledge your emotions and also push them away. Those don't have to be completely mutually exclusive. And how I was talking this with my friend about how Stoicism could be acknowledging what you're going through, but just not letting emotions get in the way and just keeping it level-headed, but also acknowledging when you need help and things like that. I'm also glad you brought up a book because what we will say is Alex, our producer, he was saying, "Oh, what book on Stoicism are you reading?" I don't even know. I don't have a definition.
I read 40 pages. This
exactly.
is we're not educated on the philosophy.
No,
but I think even not being educated on the philosophy, sorry to interrupt.
No.
I think it's a word that's out there that people use.
Exactly.
So just by talking
proxy.
to people by proxy, we have relation to the concepts.
Exactly. No, and that's arguably more important. How the common man.
Yeah.
How the
exactly.
common man thinks about Stoicism.
Just like you and I.
Exactly. No. I think that stone almost a stone-faced killer or a very calloused person who just doesn't really make any emotions and things like that. I think that's what people think about Stoicism, and in these past couple of years, I feel there's been a surge of it where people feel they can't talk about or anything, or they feel they have to not care. They have to be nonchalant.
Yeah.
The age of nonchalance. Is upon us.
Dude, it is upon us. It's taking over.
Exactly.
Which is disappointing. I hate nonchalant motherfuckers. Not if it comes naturally. I like when people just are how they are.
A calm person.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I think what frustrates me specifically, and bringing it back to how guys get Stoicism wrong, I think and partly because of TikTok, I think a lot of how masculinity has changed over the last couple of years.
Yeah. For
people our age is because of TikTok and getting windows into the female gaze that maybe weren't there before for everybody.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think partly as a result of that, also weirdly coinciding with the Sigma male incel movement.
Exactly.
Is this weird
the incel movement.
The incel age is also upon us.
Yeah.
It's incel and nonchalant. Somehow those two are coinciding. It's both people that are trying to position themselves for the female gaze and being chill, nonchalant, and then also people who are mad because they get no play.
Exactly.
Or morphing to this horrible thing. And I think maybe this is like how it comes back to like Stoicism, or like how people use Stoicism, is like this conflation of like all these different things and how you should seem.
Exactly. That's 100% in my opinion. Like it's just something that people are trying to be, that they don't even know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
The conflation of what they think they should be as a man. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people, they feel they're consuming all this media, and they're being told how they should feel about things.
Yeah.
When I think that's completely wrong. So when I was driving with one of my best friends back home, shout out Jordan, we were talking about this, and we were talking about why people think that that's a good thing to not talk about what's going on in their lives, and how they get Stoicism wrong because they are not acknowledging what's going on in their lives. They suppress everything, and it's so funny. We don't have the definition again. We don't know. We don't know what we're talking about. But I was about to say this is not how it should be.
Yeah, how Stoicism should be. I think we're experts on.
And I think this is just one of another call to actions with this mental health nonprofit, that we need to start talking about what's going on in our lives. And I think my perception of what a real man is talking about what they're going through, acknowledging the really shitty things that are going on in their lives, but just knowing that talking will help, knowing that it's okay to ask for help, and that things can move through you. Like your emotions aren't necessarily a part of you. They're just things that pass through you. And I don't know, that's kind of my take about it, that you're allowed to not let emotions get in the way when you're reacting to really shitty things in your lives. That's kind of what I want to talk about today.
Totally, yeah. And I think also to that point about like sharing or not sharing stuff that you're going on, that's going on in your life, I think like everybody has different levels of like openness, and to some extent that's like, I think, totally fine. Like you don't need to be the kind of person that's like, I think, like prone to like really diving into the stuff that you're going through. But I think the point is that you shouldn't like force yourself into being the kind of person that's really emotionally guarded because you think that's what it should be. Yeah. Like, I think it's important for everybody to have somebody to like rely on and talk to about things. Yeah. But you shouldn't be confining yourself to like some way of being based on like what signals
they're using the wrong template.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that.
No, I'm glad that you said that really well. And I think an example that made me think about this is, I know some of you people might not like Theo Von. I personally love him as a comedian, but I was listening to something about his podcast, and he was having he had to halt one of his Netflix specials, because he was going through a really, really hard time in his life. And I think why I'm bringing this up is because I think this is an example of Theo Von is Stoicism. Yeah. He was going through something really, really hard in his life, but he wasn't suppressing it. He wasn't not talking about it. He wasn't not pushing it down to his feet. He was saying just outright what is going on in his life with no emotions attached, and acting accordingly, acting objectively to how he can address it, how he can take care of himself. I think that's something that people get wrong too. Being stoic can also mean self-care. It can mean watering your garden when you know you need to, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's honestly really funny and kind of stupid that we're talking about Theo Von, an emblem of Stoicism.
That's fire.
But it was cool. Like I was just listening to it, and he was like, yes, I was at a really, really low point, and I was having panic attacks the entire week, so I can't do this special, and I feel like I let so many people down.
That is cool. Yeah.
And I think that's just kind of what this episode is about, just being able to say things. Like, what's more than being a man than just being able to say outright what is going on in your life?
Totally. And it's cool that he did that, given that like his audience is mostly guys, right?
Exactly.
Like, so it is like an audience of like younger people who maybe would judge you for like being open about mental health problems. But like that's a really cool, moment of being a role model, I think.
100%.
Why do you think? Something that I've been wondering about is like, and this is a big question. Like, I don't know if anybody knows the answer, but like, why do I feel like men get? I've noticed that in my life, the guys that I know that are our age tend to be like more socially constrained than the girls do. And like initial interactions or like daily interactions, it's like you can't show excitement or like I mean, we're talking about like not being able to show like the hard thing that's going on in your life, but I think it like goes both ways. It's like you have to be like chill and like
even keeled.
Yeah, even keeled. It's like weird to like get excited if you see your friend or like to like make plans is like there's like a barrier to that. Yeah. Why do you think that's become a thing? It's just like being a guy at our age is, I don't know.
You need to be into these boxes and these parameters.
Right. No,
I think instead of asking, I think that's just more of just a perfect example or like perfect another causation of what has happened.
Yeah.
Another effect of what has happened because of people's, misconstrued concepts of what it is to kind of be a man. I guess people just have misrepresentations for good masculine figures, I guess, because they're all over social media. But I don't know. I just think there's so much power in just being able to say, to be able to show those feelings that are going in your life. Just to be able to say those things like, this is one of the happiest moments of my life.
Yeah.
Like, why can't people say that more? This is one of the lowest points of my life. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's really cool to be able to realize that Stoicism can fall on asking for help can fall under Stoicism. Like letting your guard down and vulnerability can be a part of Stoicism.
Yeah, 100%. And something that when I was trying to get better at like sharing or like being vulnerable generally, that I was telling myself, and honestly, there's like some aspect of this that's like a little toxic, and I think maybe you should avoid, but it was helpful for me, is like recognizing it as a sign of strength to like be vulnerable, like, and in a way, like, 100%. Like I would like, to a certain extent, gas myself up for that as I was like getting more comfortable with it. I was like, oh, like this is helpful. Like this is helping other people like feel more comfortable. This is like bringing me closer to people. Like whatever, like this in whatever the moment. If that's like seems like the better thing to do, then like that was a moment of strength.
100%. No, I get what you're saying, and I feel like I kind of fall into that too. And maybe that's almost like the the performative or like feeling like the self-consciousness of it, like feeling like you're being perceived. And that's always in the back of your head.
Totally.
Yeah. But I mean, that can definitely be saved for another episode. Mac and I talk about the idea of being perceived and ego maybe every single day. And it's an interesting conversation.
No, for sure.
It's a really interesting conversation. But I mean, that's just the really big part of this right now. I'm really glad that we're in front of a fireplace right now.
Staying cozy in the rain.
Exactly. But I mean, I'd love to talk about just kind of the general things about our lives. That's how I like to do. I like to hit the meat and potatoes,
dude.
And then just be like, yeah, I'm happy I'm doing this podcast. I've been having migraines, blah blah blah. But I mean, I guess what would be your final remarks about this? Like, I think we really got our heat going in the past couple minutes
for sure.
But yeah, Stoicism can mean vulnerability, and I think that might be one of its strongest and like most prime features of it. If that makes sense. Like,
totally.
I just love to hear your thoughts about why, like, me bringing this up and stuff.
I mean, something that's coming to mind, like, that I haven't thought about, but over the course of this conversation is, like, maybe Stoicism, as it should be in, like, our heads, having not knowing about Stoicism, is, like maybe people are confusing it for, like, a way of seeming and a way of, like, presenting themselves from, like, a way of, like, actually being. It's, like, and I think, to me, that includes, like acting with what aligns with like how you feel you should act, and I guess what that means is like not confining yourself to how you think you should be.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Like that, if anything, that adds on to just the idea that this is just almost like a facade, and this is just fully worried about how you're perceived.
Yeah.
And I also want to say shout out Mrs. Beatty, because she was a listener a couple episodes ago and dropped a thing. She kept saying how we don't need to be so hard on ourselves about this. Like sometimes we are the product of our environment.
Yeah.
And being a teenager, being a college student, you're gonna feel super self-conscious.
For sure.
And you're gonna feel like you want to be liked, and you want to be cool, and you want to fit into the boxes that society puts us in.
Yeah.
So I think we should give ourselves the grace for that. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad you're here right now. Thanks for doing this. Mac's one of the most introspective people I know, so I'm happy he's here.
Thanks, so you too.
What's one piece of advice you think you want to hear? You need to hear right now.
Ooh, that's a good question. I think like just it's all fine. like it's it's all fine. Or maybe someone else zooming out. I don't know. I did bad on a test. And that just always feel like such a big deal.
It does.
And whenever my friends do bad on a test, I'm like, it's fine. Like it's like actually
you need to tell yourself.
Couldn't matter less. Yeah, no, yeah.
How much did your heart drop when you saw that shit?
Well, I actually didn't believe it. I zoomed in. It was like 13 out of how many? No, I didn't believe it at first. I was like, that's a mistake.
I need to bring this up.
yeah. I'm gonna request some regrades.
I need to bring this up.
Let's see how it falls. Yeah, exactly.
No, you're fine, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
No, but I know how frustrating it is to hear to be told you're fine. Because then I'm screaming back. I'm like, you don't know what it feels like.
yeah. No, but it's important to hear that because I know it's fine. And if you did balance tests, I'd be like, it's fine. There's so many other.
Get over it, Michael. My life's more important.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I understand. I mean, it's alright to be. It's alright to be down on yourself. I mean, you work really hard in that class.
But that's why it stings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. No. Don't worry about it. I think advice that I would give myself right now. Don't drink so much in one sitting.
Dude, we all need to hear that sometimes too, I guess.
21, so this is legal.
21 these days.
This is legal, guys.
GCB, dude, it'll get you.
I was just telling my friend Sid, we definitely gotta wrap it up at 48. Yeah, we're good. I was telling my friend Sid that even though there have been some really, really hard moments in the past couple weeks, I can't explain how eternally grateful I am to be able to have this consistent podcast, to have such a good team with NES, and to have other things go well in my life. And I need to celebrate and know that this right now can be the happy days.
Fuck yeah, dude.
This can be the good old days right now, which is pretty awesome. Because this is stuff I used to dream about. This was a really big goal of mine, to be able to have something consistent where I don't feel like I need to worry about editing. Shout out Alex for producing this. So I am really proud, even though it feels like we're just in the building blocks.
Dude, and you should be.
But yeah, no, things are good. Appreciate you. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good. I'm a little stressed.
You like your first appearance in a while?
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. Good fucking work. I feel like we could have kept rolling.
For sure.
We had gas in the tank.
But I mean, no, we always gotta start slow. We gotta start slow. 20 minutes first,
yeah.
and then an hour or 2 hours. Do you wanna smolder for the thumbnail?
I don't know if I know it.
We have a podcast. Things are good, man. Things are good.
That was lit.
Nice 20-minuter.
Yeah.
I think something good about these 20-minute ones. This is what I was saying about the kind of debrief. I try to do this every episode.
Yeah.
Nice thing about this is you can only that we are kind of confined for time, so you only gotta go for the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Then we can reflect after.
No, that was the hard part, was being
Thanks for watching.
precise.